It's a new year, and if one of your resolutions is to buy a home, one of the things people struggle with is where to even start. It can seem overwhelming. Where do you start? What can you be doing right now at the beginning of the year to prepare and make things easier when that time comes? The first thing I think everybody should be doing today, if you haven't already, is to go to optoutprescreen.com. If you've ever had your credit pulled by a mortgage lender, you'll hear horror stories from people getting harassed by telemarketers. And this is because the credit bureaus have sold your information to mortgage companies who have paid money to get the phone number of someone who just had their credit pulled by another mortgage lender. On this website, you can opt out of those phone calls entirely. It only takes 30 seconds, and you can do the electronic opt out that takes you off those lists for 5 years. But do not wait until later to do this. It takes about 4 to 5 days for you to actually be removed from those marketing lists. So if you wait until you've found a home, it's too late. The second thing is to get your documents organized. And one of the things people will struggle with is, gathering documents in a timely manner. Most of the time, that's just a matter of knowing where and how you can grab those documents. Most of them, there will be a login somewhere. So make sure you know these logins. Your bank statements. Make sure you can get bank statements online that you can easily download. No screenshots. I want to emphasize that, no screenshots. Same thing for any mortgage statements or home equity line statements. For your pay stubs, if you get a physical pay stub, start a filing system, or just know where you can download pay stubs online if you get them online through your company. For your tax returns, if you're self-employed, we're probably going to need your last 2 years, so make sure you have these ready as a PDF. For your W-2s or 1099s, we'll need these for all of the jobs that you've been employed with over the last 2 years. Now, sometimes people will say, I've lost a W-2 or I can't find my tax return. That's not a problem. You can create an account on the IRS website and you can get transcripts of any W-2s or tax returns online. Make sure you know where you can grab these items quickly. If you need to move quickly for a property, you just want to make sure that you're not fumbling around trying to figure out your bank logins or trying to track down a lost W-2. If you do this in advance, this greatly cuts down on that time and stress level. My third recommendation is to set a budget ahead of time and have a plan. Everyone loves to look at homes online, but do you actually know what you would need to do if the right home popped up, or even what that would look like? People tend to think of home buying as very romantic, but the romance fades if you try to rush into it, or even worse, you lose out on that perfect home because you weren't prepared. I think most people think of mortgage lenders as adversaries. Like, you don't really want to talk with us, but you need us, so you just put off talking with a mortgage lender until you absolutely need it. This leads to rushed decisions or sometimes limited options because there's just not enough time to execute the ideal option. So don't make that mistake. Mortgage consultations begin months or years in advance, but if you know your numbers in advance and you can plan, then you can be confident when the right home pops up. So make sure you're working with a mortgage lender that will take the time to do that consultation. And side note, a good mortgage lender will be happy to do that, even if you're not buying right away. As a mortgage lender, I am a part of your team. And I promise you, you're not wasting my time if you're not ready to buy right now. The more time you give us, the more we can make sure that you're prepared, and it makes for a much smoother, enjoyable process.